If you know the train
That's how I am going. That's all the rest of the songs, as far as I know.
Well, I'm bound for KC. Good Lord, what's become of me? Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. When I get there, I know what I'll do. I'm gonna get some burnt-in barbecue, 'cause I'm 500 miles away from home. Lord, I'm one, Lord, I'm two, Lord, I'm three, Lord, I'm four, Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. God? Hey, my, what's it? Be mine. Elsa B wanted to sing along, so she better get it on. But I'm 500 miles away from home. Lunch is served in the silver splendor. We put all the food in a blender. Now we're 500 miles away from home. Lord, I'm one, Lord, I'm two, Lord, I'm three, and Lord, I'm four, Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Well, I'm losing what's left of my voice, but I gotta do a song swap, there's no choice, 'cause I'm 500 miles away from home. Well, I ain't proud and I ain't noble, but I'm sure glad we're not stuck at Paso Robles. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Lord, I'm one, Lord, I'm two, Lord, I'm three, and Lord, I'm four. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home.
Well, I'm shaking my hips, I'm off to see the eclipse. Yeah, I'm
Well, I like the moon. He's gonna kick some suns, but really soon. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home.
I'll be shaking my asses, wearing heavily protective glasses.
500 miles
Away from home.
Well, I know I'm gonna feel alright when in the middle of the day it'll be the night. Lord, I'm 500 miles away from home.
Be shaking my buns when the moon blacks out the sun. 500 miles from home.
Is there ever a day? Okay. something about your buns blocking out the sun every
Should be
day.
asked me hips and me buns in that song.
Yeah.
It's rock and roll, man.
Yeah, babe, you got your sing-along, LCB.
There will be more singing along. I've got the request to dance.
We have some announcements to make on behalf of Sarah to the people who are not here yet. What is that announcement?
Move
No, I'll do it.
to the auditorium.
I got the microphone.
It's about it concerns things that constitute emergencies worth calling Sarah's cell phone.
Oh, you too. Yeah, there you go.
Well, mostly concerning like
There you go.
needing someone else's phone number
There
to
you
not
go.
constitute
Other people's
emergency.
poop in your lavatory.
Or for restaurant recommendations, those kinds of things. There's no doing.
That's it. Thank you very much. If you miss the train I'm on.
I thought everybody was going to join that one today.
What's that?
What?
I can't. We can't remember all those jewels we were tossing out. Only Ray gets to hear that stuff.
I memorized it all.
Yeah, something about buns.
We could have a reenactment.
Something about buns. It's never.
Buns, whips,
Never.
asses.
Like asses.
The asses was good.
Whips, eclipse.
Whips. Oh yeah.
Slips.
Slips. We'll be wearing our slips for the total eclipse.
It's a long one.
There will be an announcement.
Okay, just a quick one for when we get to Kansas City. Just a heads up to everyone, make sure before you leave the train, if you're trying to coordinate some plans with people, get all their phone numbers and things before you leave the train. Because there's certain things that we probably shouldn't constitute emergencies worth calling Sarah's cell phone for. And those might include everyone else's phone numbers that they didn't connect with before they left. And restaurant recommendations, those kinds of things. Maybe keep the calls to Sarah's cell down to, emergency type things or a bit more urgent. So that's it. And apparently there's a lot of awesome food options available not that far from the train station. So I think it's going to be pretty great. Thank you.
Well, alrighty. This shall be the world's shortest song swap because we're almost in Kansas City.
Are we early?
This train has been hauling buns, as you would.
This train's been hauling buns as the moon eclipsed the sun. 15 minutes from Kansas City, folks.
What are we gonna do here? Well, I had an idea. It's not appropriate, but it's very appropriate.
Inappropriate.
It's not appropriate because we have established a mood of hilarity and jocularity and full of shenanigans. So I'm gonna get serious. Riding in earlier, along song, The Great Missouri River, only made me think of this song. The great American folk song. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you roll away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you, but I'm bound away. I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. For 7 years I've been a rover, roll away, you rolling river. For 7 years I've been a rover, but I'm bound away, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. Take a Rick. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter. Roll away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your whole daughter. Now we're bound away, we're bound away across the wide Missouri. We're bound away, we're bound away across the wide Missouri.
Oh my God. All right, and I've had some requests, apparently, because I have to get off the train as soon as it gets into the station and run away. This is for people who are on the Death Star trip. Hands up if you're on the big black bus. Yeah, and we went to every great attraction between somewhere and somewhere else. There's giant balls of string, and like somewhere there was a plastic bag in a tree that people went to visit, and but the greatest,
I love that place.
the weeping plastic bag of Niggle-Tucket. But my favorite was the blue whale of Catoosa. I think I'm saying that right. In my mind, it was the blue whale of Callisto. That's what I said this morning, but it was. And we all went inside a blue whale. It was a giant. It was like a kind of something to do with a swimming pool, which was no longer a swimming pool. Was now a kind of fetid swamp full of three-eyed piranhas. And but we could get inside this blue whale, and I sang. I have two songs about whales. I'll just do. Which one would you like? The Moby Dick one or the other one? All right, then, good. Because this is even more miserable than the other one. This is about. I sang this inside the blue whale. This is about the filming of Moby Dick by John Huston in Youghal in Southern Ireland in 1954, when the entire crew and cast of that film went to this small Irish seaport town and John Huston enlisted the local people to be in the movie as well. And if you ever see it, it's a fantastic film. There's a 4-foot cardboard whale at the end, which is more terrifying than anything CGI has ever thrown at us.
Are you on? Turned on?
Oh, I'm not on, am I? It's all my great guitar solos on the last one. Death to Moby Dick. Signed Gregory Peck. In and out of his makeup, with a whalebone for a leg. The little town down by the quayside was a gold mine every day. Just like sitting on an oil well when the motion picture people came to stay. White whaler, black heart, out there hunting with the hounds. Caught much more with your camera. Panned across the faces of the people hanging round. All the locals were extras. All the locals got paid. But there's no acting in the flat black eyes of old women watching as the Pequod sailed away. "40 summers diving out of reach, but on a TV round the back, we got a picture on a videotape of the big fish that never came back. So far from the heart of Europe, the young left long ago to look for work in London, Boston and Chicago. All together now. Bum bum, bum bum. Bum bum, bum bum. Thank you. That's the good people of Y'all, where nothing's happened.
Ever.
For nigh on 60 years.
Rick?
What do we do? Are we doing wailing songs now? I'm not sure where we're at.
No, it was a great moment from Roots in the Rails past. Roots on the Whales.
Is it traveling songs or wailing songs or
Do whatever you goddamn want, Rick.
Anything you got left, basically.
any requests?
Do that one about Jake.
I love that song.
We'll save that. I'll do this. This song is a Johnny Cash song.
Yes.
And I think there's a mention of Missouri in here. This is
There you go.
a song called Wanted Man. I won't know until I get all the way through the lyrics whether or not Missouri gets mentioned or not. If it doesn't, every place else gets mentioned.
Well, cities in Missouri get mentioned.
He wrote this with Bob Dylan.
He did. This is maybe the only song they wrote together.
And the lyric
At
sheet,
least as far
it
as I
starts
know.
in Bob Dylan's handwriting and it ends in Johnny Cash's handwriting. And all the sexy bits are by Johnny Cash. And all the geographical bits are by Bob Dylan.
Bob's keen on directions. If you ever get lost, just call Bob. He'll get you there.
Wanted man in California, wanted man in Buffalo, wanted man in Kansas City, wanted man in Ohio, Wanted man in Mississippi, wanted man in old Cheyenne. Wherever you might look tonight, you might see this wanted man. Well, I might be in Colorado or in Georgia by the sea, working for some man who may not know who I might be. And if you ever see me coming and you know who I am, don't you breathe it to nobody, 'cause you know I'm on the lam. Wanted man by Lucy Watson, wanted man by Jeannie Brown, wanted man by Nellie Johnson, wanted man in this next town. Well, I've had all that I've wanted, a lot of things I've had, and a lot more than I needed of some things that turned out bad. Play it, Dave. I got sidetracked in El Paso. I stopped to get myself a map. I went the wrong way into Juarez with Juanita on my lap. Then I went to sleep in Shreveport. I woke up in Abilene, wondering why I'm wanted in some town that's in between. Wanted man in Tallahassee, wanted man in Syracuse, wanted man in Albuquerque, wanted man in Baton Rouge. There's somebody out to grab me anywhere that I might be, and wherever you might look tonight, you might get a glimpse of me. Wanted man in California, wanted man in Buffalo, wanted man in Kansas City, wanted man in Ohio, wanted man in Mississippi, wanted man in old Cheyenne, wanted man. Wherever you might look tonight, you might see this wanted man. Play us out, John. Turn on your guitar. Nobody's on there. Try it now. Okay, I'm gonna do the Marty Stewart guitar lick. Sorry, I got that turned around there in the middle, and you all followed me excellently. Thank you.
That's a good song.
Hi, Christy.
I thought we'd be in Kansas City and I would be able to.
You thought you could slough off,
I
didn't you?
did. Yeah. There's probably nobody on this train that doesn't know I'm having a stupid day. I'm really tired and leaving things everywhere. Who doesn't know that?
Right? Show your hands.
Everybody. Oh, you know that, Susie. Well, anyway, I think this is a really good day to try a song that I haven't played in about 10 years. And I just thought of it.
And none of us have ever played it,
Yeah,
so
well,
we'll join in.
I know, you know me with the weird chords. Can I turn this way so you guys can see? It's kind of swingy.
Can I turn this way so no one else can?
Yeah, block the view. This was song AT&T. I almost got it. They were going to do this song with the commercial, but they ended up doing an original Patsy Cline, so you can tell that I was trying to be Patsy. I don't know if it is. Yeah, I'm just trying to skate. Yeah.
Is she on?
Am I on, baby? I think I am.
Can you turn her up a bit?
Because I'm really loud.
I don't hear you at all.
I don't know. I don't even remember what key it's in. I don't think this is it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Would it be easier if I do it this way?
Oh, yeah.
Are you ready? It's called Just Passing Through. And so I went, this is perfect for this. All right. Just passing through. Oh, another lifetime spent trying to carve my name in wet cement. How I washed the fingers that couldn't leave a dent. I thought I'd change the plans I drew. shrug my shoulders, lean back and enjoy the view, just passing through, just passing through. And now the stones for statues and the monuments of names seem so eternal. Well, there'll be pebbles just the same. And what I felt were failures are just dandelions I blew, just passing through, just passing through. Just passing through, just passing through, just passing through. Muscle memory, 15 years of that.
Yeah.
I sang that with you when I was, well, not with you, but when we were on the bill.
Well.
So, now it's back to you, David. We're going to get a lot of songs.
Oh, hell. I'll tell you a story about the greatest airplane flight I was ever on. So I get on at LAX going to New York City. This is many years ago. It's just so long ago. This is when they still had smoking sections on airplanes. So I get my seat back in the smoking section. This guy sits down next to me, and I look over at him, and I look at him, I go, that looks like Bo Diddley. And then the closer I look, I realize, no, it's not Bo Diddley, but he's dressed like Bo Diddley. And so we're flying, and he's got a briefcase, and I finally says, does anybody ever tell you you kind of resemble Bo Diddley? And he goes, yeah, I get that sometimes, but I don't resemble Bo Diddley. And I said, I know. So then we get to talking, and it turns out he's flying to New York City because he's got a lawsuit against some songwriters in Nashville, and it's going to court in New York City. And turns out his name was Wilbert Harrison. And so we're talking, and I said, well, what song did they rip off? And he goes, you ever heard of this guy, John Anderson? I said, yeah, he's a good country singer. He goes, yeah, he ripped off my song. I said, well, I don't think he did. There's probably a panel of songwriters ripped off your song. And he goes, I don't care, we're going to court. And it was over his song, well, when things go bad as they summer about boom, and I together and then after two, let's work together. Come on, let's work together. Now, people, and together we will stand. Every boy, girl, woman, and man. Which John Anderson had a hit, like 15, 17 years later called Swingin', which was because we were swinging. Yeah, we were swinging. So I said, you stand a pretty good chance of winning that lawsuit, And he said, yeah. So anyway, so then we go to New York City, the plane lands, we get off, I say goodbye, and that's it. So I'm in New York for about a week and a half, and then I'm flying back home, and I get on the plane, and it's a flight that's leaving at 10 p.m. And so people have been in the bar at LaGuardia Airport, and so when we get on the plane, I sit down, and who's sitting next to me again but Wilbert Harrison? Except by this time he's had a couple beverages, and his lawsuit looked like he was going to win, so he was in a very good mood. So the plane takes off, and people light cigarettes up. A couple of stewardesses serve the drinks, and in those days, there were people that smoked that would intentionally get seats in the non-smoking thing because they didn't like cigarette smoke, even though they smoked. And then they would come down and stand in the aisles in the smoking thing, going, yeah, all right. And so the exodus started once we turned off the seatbelt sign and everybody came down. All the drinks served about 2-3 hours into the flight. Everybody's drunk. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. The back half of this 747 is a fraternity or sorority party going on, all right? And so Wilbert, being in a good mood, he gets down his guitar and he starts playing songs, you know, anything from Hank Williams to whatever, to Wilbert Harrison. And so at some point, somebody says, Mr. Harrison, will you do Kansas City? Now, among musicians of a certain age, it's not one of your favorite songs. And it's only because it's one of those songs that every drunk comes up to you in a bar and says, can you play Kansas City? We don't do it. Yeah, just do goddamn Kansas City, okay? All right, here we go. So, he does a couple of, he does like a Little Richard number, he does a Fats Domino number, and then he pulls out Kansas City and everybody's singing along, they're all having a ball. And as he's doing Kansas City, one of the stewardesses who had been imbibing, this was a long time ago, this was not in our correct and health conscious era that we are sentenced to live in now. So the stewardess starts doing a striptease. I'm not kidding you. Now, I have to add one thing. This was in a period of my life when I decided to quit drinking. So I am the only sober witness to all this. The stewardess starts, and this was TWA, so you can't sue them or anything. But she starts taking off her top and everything, and as we're flying through the dark, I look out the window and I can see these city lights way down there. And Wilbert right now is, around, I found my thrill, doing Fats Domino, and suddenly over the intercom you hear the pilot go, well, if you look off to the left side of the plane, you'll see Kansas City, and Wilbert does this, I found my thrill. And if you look off to the left side, you can see Kansas City. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. They got some pretty little women there, and I'm gonna get me one. I'm gonna be standing on the corner, 12th Street and Vine. I'm gonna be standing on the corner, 12th Street and Vine, with my Kansas City baby and a bottle of Kansas City wine. Yeah, I might take a train, I might take a plane, but if I gotta walk, I'm gonna get there just the same. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. They got some pretty little women there, and I'm gonna get me one. Take it, Rick. Christy, take a solo, take a solo. tasteful.
Thank you for offering me a chance to show my life.
Well, if I see that woman, I'm not gonna die. You can't find my baby, don't know the reason why. I'm going to Kansas City. Kansas City, here I come. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna give me one. Tag it. They got some crazy little women there, and I'm gonna give me one. Now, the ending of that story is I'm sitting there and this is all going down. Everybody's having a great time. And just right outside of the smoking section is this mother and her young daughter who's about 8 years old. And they were frowning on all this, obviously, and righteously so. And the daughter turns to her mother during all this mayhem and says, "Mom, who is that man?" And her mom firmly and proudly calls him the wrong name and says, "Honey, that's Fats Domino." So fame is fleeting in the smoking section.
I have a request for Elsa B, our fantastic nature trailer on the front row here. This is for all the cranes. No, it's not. This song, actually, the chorus to this song was written by Tony Mamoni from Pere Ubu. He's the bass player from Pere Ubu, and he played with the Mekons. There we are, big clap from Cleveland in the back there. And once he toured with the Mekons, he was so disappointed with our professionalism, or lack of it, that he sat me down. He said, "You got to remember two things if you're going to do this and continue doing this. You have to get the money. Don't leave anything behind." So I thought it'd be a really good idea if we had a song that had that in it. Then we could play it last, and then maybe we would remember to do those two fundamental things. But I recorded it with the Sadies, a really hard-working rock and roll band from Canada. Yeah, another shout out for Toronto. Yeah, but I didn't know. I just had the chorus. I didn't have any verses until I went to the Desert Inn in Las Vegas, and I saw Keely Smith, who was Louis Prima's wife, was wandering from table to table singing "When the Saints Go Marching In" with a radio mic, and she came up to me and we duetted together rather badly on that, and it was kind of a weird moment. But then she looked at me and she said, "Are you an entertainer?" And I was like, wow. No, Keely, I'm a punk rocker from Leeds. We're trying to undermine the whole capitalist construct of entertainment. You know. I didn't say that to her. I said, yeah, sort of. And then we looked at each other and our eyes met, and it was a wonderful moment. And I thought maybe Keely Smith's recognized something in me that is just trying to get out that I didn't really know was there. And then just as I was basking in this kind of glory, her drummer shouted, "It's Billy Joel!" Imagine my dismay. Very easy chord sequence, and I insist you sing along. Elsa B's gonna come around and slap you on the back of your calves with nettles if you don't sing along. Are you an entertainer? We grope in the gloom of this stale hired room, yeah. I'm a real performer. I swallow this rum and blow coke up your bum. Get the money and don't leave anything behind. Just some pieces of your heart and fragments of your mind. With something less than a whisper and a flicker of her eye, she could hold the whole room in her one dry palm, have 'em eaten out of her mouth, leave 'em hanging out to dry. We leave tonight, straight after the show. We drive for a while and get 2 cheap rooms, then get up early and go, man, go. I'm on the road to Damascus again at 30,000 feet. I'm crying, but I can't find a reason. Missing all my new friends that I'll never meet again. Get the money, don't leave anything behind. Just some pieces of your heart and fragments of your mind. I'm in a little trough today. Is this St. Louis or Kansas? I just can't tell. It's my midweek crisis, locked in my cell at the towering Motel 6 motel. Get the money and don't leave anything behind. Just some pieces of your heart and fragments of your mind. Here's Rick. I went down with the curtain to laughter and applause. I was certainly dead before I hit the floor. Well, it's the only way to go, man, go. That's what you always said. After all those years of waiting, all the bottles and the beds. Get the money and don't leave anything behind. Just some pieces of your heart and fragments of your mind. Now you gotta do this. Yeah, signals, ready? Get the money. Don't leave anything behind. Just some pieces of your heart and fragments of your mind. I stop it here because there's one of the later Harry Potter movies where the great British actor, what's his name, not Alan Rickman, he's the other one. It's Michael Gambon plays Dumbledore, the headmaster of Hogwarts. And there's a point where he takes Harry Potter into his office and he shows him this big stone font thing, and he pulls his memories out of his head. And as he looks at them, he has a certain disgust and shame on his face as he's pulling his own memories out of his head. It's a silvery, slimy kind of coil that comes out at the end of his wand, and he looks at it with fear, disgust, and dismay, and then he puts it into that. And I want that expression from you all. The great British actor, Sir Michael Gambon, at that point. Ready? Here we go. Get the money, don't leave anything behind. Just some pieces of your heart and the fragments of your mind. On your own now. Get the money, don't leave anything behind. Just some pieces of your heart and fragments of your mind. More so though. Get the money, don't leave anything behind. Just pieces of your heart and fragments of your mind. Now more exaggerated. And fragments of your mind. Thank you so much. Excellent audience participation. Really, really, really good. Michael Gambon would be very happy if he was alive.
There was a request for him.
I bet he would be happy if he was alive.
If leaving was, I'm not the rest of the
I'll do that later.
Is it my turn?
It's your, yeah.
If this really feels like we're about to tip over. Yeah, Lenia.
It's just the way
See, we're-
Kansas City affects you, Rick.
Is this Kansas City?
We're kind of in the suburbs, yeah.
Everything's up to date, Kansas.
Anything the public will allow. Lee's Summit, also known as Kansas City.
As soon as it stops, I'm running,
So this is a song that John asked for. It's a song called Hold On Jake.
Hold on, Jake.
Hold On Jake. It's not really a song about anything.
I thought it was about a dog.
Well, it sort of is. There's a dog named Jake that I knew, but
If you go on YouTube, there's a very exciting rocking version of it on there.
we
You
made a
should
good
see it.
video. It's kind of...
We watched it in the bar last night, and it got from the panel. It got a 9.7 from the panel.
Wow.
Yeah. That was the problem. Russian judge really brought it down.
But Jake was a dog that I knew. He's gone now. He lived in the north shore of Hawaii, and he was a great dog. All dogs are great dogs, but Jake was maybe especially great. Happy, just a good dog, just a great. Always happy to do anything you wanted to do with kind of a dog. But while he was, before he passed away, which was a year or so ago, a friend of, the people, his owners, the gal had come over and was staying with us, and he was kind of in a rough patch at that time. I was kind of leading up to everything, and I just remember her making a lot of phone calls and calling home and to check and saying, "Hold on, Jake." So sing along with that part when we get to it. The rest of it, like I said, it doesn't make much sense, which is a harder thing to write as a song, I found out, than one that does make sense. Hold on, Jake, the time is moving slow. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. You got $1, I got a dime. You get the liquor, I'll get the wine. Cain start to shout, Abel start to holler. Moses called a sheriff for the very last time. Hold on, Jake, time is moving slow. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. Mama's got a pistol, Papa's got a gun. Not a lot of difference when you gotta run. Daniel can't dance and Lucy's in the corner. Cindy's gone to Reno with the good shepherd's son. Hold on, Jake, time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. Play it, Dave. Oh, go, man, go! Hey, you can hold on to faith, hold on to something, hold on to whiskey if it gets the job done. Throw it all away, it's all a little risky, like some old hound dog just laying in the sun. Hold on, Jake, the time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, don't you sing a sad tune. Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. Hold on, Jake, the time is moving slowly. Hold on, Jake, won't you sing a sad tune? Weather's rough, the road's a little rocky. Hold on, Jake, Mama's coming home soon. Hold on, Jake. Hold on, Jake. Hold on, Jake. Hold on, Jake.
Hold on.
Hold on. Good words for the train.
This song's called Suspicious Carpet Burns on My Elbows.
I get it.
Explain those. You've all got them.
Thought that was our little secret, John.
That's why I was wearing that wetsuit last night when you came in there.
You look magnificent in a wetsuit, by the way. I couldn't control myself. I had to run up and down the train cars, bouncing my elbows into the carpet. Tonight, honey, the wetsuit. I've been on here for over a week. Well, Christy, how
I
you?
crammed it all into a day.
And a wetsuit.
Crammed it all into the wetsuit.
Took you a day. Christy,
Yeah?
you got any songs about wetsuits?
No, I'm like going, what am I going to do now? But I thought of Bobby Lloyd
Yeah.
in this area, and there's a song that my band does these days written by Terry Adams of NRBQ, and so there was a connection there. in my
There's a
head.
connection there.
And so for Bobby Lloyd and the times that we live in when things was cheap. It's kind of has this. Wait.
You can
This is
do
a
it.
good start. I'm trying to remember. I do it all the time, and I can't remember because I sing duet with a la Dead Rock.
Uh-huh.
It's a good start, huh? Big. It's kind of like Hang on, Jake. So be careful of this precious human cargo. There's a thin line between the beauty and the beast, and he's got you, to say the least. I was sitting here thinking about when things was cheap, and the mountains didn't seem so steep, and at night time I fell asleep. So be careful with this precious human cargo. It's a thin line between the beauty and the beast, and he's got you, to say the least. Well, do you mean what you say when you're on TV? But I just want you to talk to me, so be careful of Terry Adams, man. Oh, I forgot a whole verse, but that's okay. I don't know what happened to me.
1, 2,
No!
3, 4.
Oh, yeah. Down in Alabama, crying over spilled milk. And Jeff Sessions ain't writing any more bills. Every game you play just brings a tilt. Everybody should sing with us. So be careful with this precious human cargo. There's a thin line between the beauty and the beast. And he's got you, to say the least. That's it. Thank you for letting me do that, and I still did it wrong.
Joe Ray just Pro Tooled that verse in to her
I
other
didn't know
version.
we could all do all the songs in segments.
Yes.
And he's
And have
That's
a
right.
rest in between. That'd be great.
Well, you know what? I
reflect.
now know that we are for 100% surely on the outskirts of St. Louis. That's what I said, Kansas City. And Mr.
I'm gonna run off during this song.
we're in Independence, hometown of Harry Truman. So we're going to be pulling into Kansas City soon. We should probably do a big sing-along so that you can go get your luggage and get the hell out of here, get back to
Can we
Chicago.
do the one we rehearsed quick?
Yes.
You rehearsed one.
No, we did one.
500 miles.
No, it's an Elvis song.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, let's do that.
Sure.
Let's do it. Everybody's gone away. Say they're moving to LA. Not a soul I know around. Everybody's leaving town. Some take a freight, some take a train. Find the sunshine, leave the rain. Say this town will waste your time. I guess they're right, it's wasting mine. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie's got the blues. My heart keeps telling me I'm not a kid at 33. Play too long, you lose your wife. Or play too long, you lose your life. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Hey! Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues. Good time Charlie's got the blues. And on that bombshell, I bid you farewell.
Mr. John Langford. Wish him luck on their security.
It's been snow.
Adios, muchachos.
I can't reach all this.
I know. It's gonna be my
Thank you.
Goodbye, John.
Well, alrighty.
Whoa. We got
That's his microphone. He's taking it with him. And on that